That was like, time walk me, do 1 damage. Not that that's bad, because he's got a considerable amount of mana here. That's okay. I'll email you the stuff, the sideboard changes, like 100% promise. I was gonna do it between rounds, but I have a feeling we're going to lose this because I think this matchup, if we don't win game 1, is actually more difficult to win than the mono blue version. This guy is pretty slow, but what? This is really weird. It's also very not good. Oh, that's interesting. I see. He's doing that to get enough mana to. So maybe he is very good. Text damage me. It's a tricky little play. This one's harder because they have Tilling Tree Folk, and I haven't really figured out an answer for that yet. Partly because this version's just like not played much anymore. I guess I want the Holy Lights, sure. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I suppose I actually should have taken that. It's just wasting everyone's time. Oh, this hand seems good. Like exactly what I want against him. If I can find a land with the Ponder. I did. Alright, now have your hot blazing start. See you deal with 3 spreading seeds. Not that you can't, because you just need to find ghostly flickers. I'm actually going to seize this, just to draw a card. And also, there's a chance he's trying to crop rotation, and this kind of just like bones him. Or not. Okay, so that seems sweet, but he does have a crop rotation. So I'm just going to Dreamstalker here. Now what he should do in response is crop rotation. Which is fine, because I don't have another land at the moment, so currently it doesn't really matter. The beats. The kitties. The kitty is just like a surname. There are no kitties. Because this deck is designed after the Boros kitty deck. I don't really know what to do here. It feels like I'm supposed to reality acid something, but it also feels like he's got access to. He must be able to do something, right? So I think I'm just going to Dreamstalker. And Spreading Seas of Forest. Flicker? No, Hindering Touch. That's interesting. Okay. I knew there was something going on. I didn't know what, but definitely did not expect to be Hindering Touch. Alright, we're trying this. If he has the answer, I can't do anything. I have no white mana. Alright. Hindering Touch again. Ah! Well, 2 points. To the old lagging misclick. At least he's drawing really poorly or something. I don't really know what's happening, but okay. Haha, I think he misclicked. Alright, come on, planes. This doesn't really matter now, but still be nice. Ah, I think I'm going to actually Core Sanctifiers, because this is not really going to help him that much. I just want more power out there, I think. Because if I can win... I actually realized that Holy Light's probably not very good, because I don't think that they do anything with them besides fissure them back to their own hands. So I'm pretty confident they don't run Snap. So I kind of realize now that the Holy Light doesn't really do anything. I mean, this kid looks like he could do whatever he wants. Like, he doesn't care. I feel like this might be like a Moments piece or something. Just the gist I'm getting. So Okay, that's good. I might even take these back out because it's just, I mean, it's not like totally unuseful. Wall drifter? Wall. For what? Crop rotation? Okay. Using it now. That's what I like to see. Just really bad play. Got me. Like, if he doesn't do it then, it is actually, like, very difficult for me to make my plays this turn. But because he did, I get to blow up his land. Sure. Alright, so he's wised up a little bit. I think I'd just go ahead and swing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've done that too a lot. Usually when I'm doing it, it doesn't matter. But then afterwards, I'm like, I still probably shouldn't have done it like that. Jeez, what about these holy lights? What do I think about them? I think I might rather have a guy and a hydroblast, or two. Actually, I'll just board the hydroblasts in. So the thing with the hydroblasts that's kind of interesting is there's a glitch. So you can actually counter the Caravix Torch. And so I will take advantage of that. I will cheat. And he's playing really slowly, so there's a good chance that I'll be able to do something about it. Hopefully they don't just clog up my hand. But I kind of want to just get this curse down. So actually, no, I don't. Now I do not. But I do want to get the curse down very soon. Probably next turn. Except that he's probably playing Hindering Touch. Well, I can't get really around that for a while. Well, might as well preordain first. Okay, I do want that, and I do want that. I believe he's not aware of how annoying that card can be. Or maybe he just can't do anything about it. Maybe he doesn't have the Hindering Touches. Oh, that's a big one. He's only running one. Yeah, he probably should have molded this hand. I think I would have. One of the difficult parts people have with playing this deck is knowing when to mull and when not to. Because a lot of the times, like, really good-looking hands are actually just terrible. Like, oh, I have 3 lands. This should be great. But really, it's just like you won't do anything till turn 3, and you need to be doing stuff like every single turn. Mold Drifter? No. Fine. um, you would think so, but I feel like I never ever had difficulty getting green because they just have so many of these. They run like 7 to 8 of them, and I'm pretty sure it's just best to just like keep these guys oppressed. Like you just can't win if you don't have cloud posts and mana. And like maybe I should have blown up this, but colored sources is just like never the problem. Because if they have just getting countered. So I actually ran that out there so I could reality acid now. And maybe this is not the greatest line. But I think it's okay. Because unless he has the Ghostly Flicker, which is like maybe a 2 of, this play is like perfectly fine. If he does have the Ghostly Flicker, I'm kind of screwed, but it's probably screwed anyways. Oh, looks like I'm fine-ish. Unless I'm getting crop rotated. Doesn't look like it. Well, this is good. I mean, it's not really very necessary right now, but now one can get pitched, so put this here and allow him the opportunity to like blow it up. It'd be cool to win a fair game, you know, like actually just legitimately beat him instead of time him out. Yeah, pretty much. This is just, you just keep chaining it, you know, you just keep doing it. You don't even really need to draw very much. It's kind of like you need a spreading seas heavy hand to start, so then you can slow them down so you can draw like one reality asset. Because usually you don't need to, you just need one. In fact, drawing multiples is usually pretty bad. I'm okay with it here because first of all, we have a lot of mana, and second of all, I think there's a pretty good chance that eventually it'll get knocked off. I guess I might as well just do it again, right? I could have done it on the expedition map, but I feel like it's just best just to keep hitting his lands. I don't think I would have done that. Especially if I, what? Yeah, I used to actually have played that deck a few times. Let's make you blue. Not that this matters in the slightest with all his prisms. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good explanation for why you did that. And let's put a clock on it. Be pretty sick if we drew like any blink guy. Then I'd be, I mean, I'm pretty confident we're not going to lose, but it'd be pretty awesome that, like, it's conceivable he could still win from this position, but very difficult. If we drew any blink spell, it'd be impossible. Dang, flooding a bit. I mean, I gotta think Moment's Peace, right? I'm saving the reality acid in case of ghostly flicker. I don't see any reason to lose both of them to one card. Especially because he's going to have to make a move here on my upkeep. Looks like he's digging for it, kind of. Oh no, he's actually, I see what he's doing. He's just leaving a moment's peace. So he lost it. Cool. That's pretty good. I'm going to go for spreading seas here. Okay, that's great. So now we can actually blow some stuff up. So I'm going to blow up the Glimmer Post here. I'm doing that so that he can't gain additional life off another Glimmer Post. Like that, to me, is the bigger concern at the moment. I love that we have this, too. Like, even if everything goes completely south, we will time him out, because there's just no way he can cast 2 X spells. Like, the time it takes just to click is miserable enough. Alright, so we might as well reality acid this Cloud Post. Don't want you, do want you, but I'm not going to play you. He's hanging on. He's doing his best. Do I have 10 mana? I do. Oh my gosh, I can blow up 2 lands. Haha. I hope he keeps Moment's Peacing and just wins through. Or, I mean, loses through timeout. Legitimately, not annoying me. Okay. We last time. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to use the bathroom. Oh my god, that was awesome. One of the best pieces of my life. Yeah, it was pretty fun, right? Just like blowing up my opponent's lands over and over, like once a turn. It's pretty consistent too, right? It's like once you get to 5 mana, you can kind of just keep doing it every turn. Like you play a guy, you advance your board state. Usually, I mean, if you're flickering, you don't. But if you advance your board state and you blow up a land, like how's that bad? You know, like it's just not. The thing with it is that they have ways to interact, which is really annoying. Like Ghostly Flicker is just too good of a card. I don't even think Fissure Post would be like oppressive if they got rid of Ghostly Flicker, because it's just like every way I can think of on how to beat them just gets beat by Ghostly Flicker. And it's like such a good card in their deck already. It's like too versatile. I don't think a card's ever been banned for that reason, but like it's oppressive in its versatility. And I think that's why people don't want it banned or like don't consider it a big deal. Is they're like, oh, look at all the things I can do. Like, such a neat card. But that's exactly why it's the worst. All right, let's update this. And back. Yeah, it's nice to actually have some people watching. That's cool. Again, it feels kind of silly to start a draft now. But I feel like I should come up with something to do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a poll of you guys to see what card do you think should go in over Oromancer. This guy has been really, not like underperforming or anything, but he's performing pretty much exactly how I expected him to, um, which is pretty much the only time he's good is if Reality Acid dies. Or like a Spreading Seas gets knocked off. maybe as a one-of it'd be okay. Because you want it like as late as physically possible. But anyone have any opinions on that? Okay. Just like, what do you think? Like, I feel like this guy's underperforming. What card do you think I should put in instead of it? That and like the prerequisite is it's got to be something. It's got to be something that can like attack because we're pretty low on threats, and preferably something that's like somewhat synergistic. Like that's why he's in there. But I'll show you like some finalists that I'm thinking about. Pauper. What? Maybe I don't have any of them. I thought it was a 6/6. Okay. Morph. It is. Why did that? Oh, because it was so Slipstream Serpent. It's pretty big guy. He'd go here. He's a 6/6, but he's a morph, and he can only attack if my controller or if the opponent controls an island. First of all, most people are playing islands, so it's already okay. But you can actually blink him. When he's a morph, you can blink him, and he flips us into a 6/6. Because I'm running spreading seas, like he's gonna be able to attack eventually against every single deck. So it's like a threat in a can, but I can also play him early if I need to. So I guess he's kind of like the main guy I've been considering. Um, I've also been considering like another Mold Drifter, but I don't know if you've noticed in these games, I have not been casting the Mold Drifters very much. The thing with it is it's because like once I get to 5 mana, I'm like blowing stuff up every single turn with this stuff, and it's like Mold Drifter is kind of like what happens once I start drawing lands. We're just looking for something that would fit in the slot. Like it doesn't necessarily need to be a big creature. It can be, um, but I definitely think it needs to be a creature, just because again we're low on threats. Um, so I think that that's relevant. Uh, One thing I was thinking about, and this is just an interesting card and something to note, because I didn't really know it, because all those future sight cards are wonky. But this guy, he's a 3/3 elemental, but he's also an enchantment. Somehow he's an enchantment creature. So like I was thinking about playing him, but then I realized that if I take out the Oromancer, the only thing that like legitimately cares about enchantments aside from the Oromancer is the familiar, and so that just seems stupid. And but it's a cool card. I had no idea that they made an enchantment creature. Um, so along those lines of enchantment creature is Knightly Valor, because the thing that's kind of cool about Knightly Valor is it can go in um, and be bounced repeatedly, right? Like by my guy, so I can just start pumping out tokens eventually, which is interesting. Um, in its own, and I mean it's still like a good way to like turn my guys into beaters. In fact, the more I'm thinking about this, this might just be the answer. Like making a stream of 2/2 vigilance guys and making my core skyfishers into 4/5. Like 5 toughness is so good in this format. I've been talking to like, well, where did like, oh, here they are. Yeah, maybe it's just Nightly Valor. I've been talking to a lot of people, and they seem to think the key number in this format for toughness is 4, and that's just totally wrong. It was completely and totally 5. So if you can you turn something into a 4/5, you've just dominated. That's why Dreamstalker's like good choice, is because he's a 1/5. Like 5 is so good. Um, what else was I thinking about? Those were kind of it. But this is sort of just like a group brew sesh, I guess, at the moment. He seems like he could be okay too. Doing something very different, but like ensuring I hit my land drops when I want to. Can pitch this if I'm playing Fissure or something. Just smooths out my draws more. Seems okay. Merfolk Looter does the same thing. Yeah, yeah, that is. That did cross my mind at some point too, because we do have the Dreamstalker thing going on. It's an interesting consideration. Just don't know like where it goes. Like, because that's the type of card I think I want 4 of probably. But it is certainly a consideration. I mean, there's no reason to not test it. So let's. Yeah, it's this guy. Just feels so weird, like, because there's a 2 of, right? Like, we're gonna draw 1 in the top 30 cards of our deck. So like, we're going to draw into this thing with like most of our bounce guys out, and then have to top deck something else to make it start attacking, which seems kind of weird. Like specifically, we have to top deck like Momentary Blink, Dreamstalker, or Course Skyfisher to like actually like make him good, right? So then we can blink our Dreamstalker and start like going to town, pumping it every turn. But it's worth it. Yeah, yeah, you will get an email from me. Don't worry, I promise you. I'll send it even like during work. It's just to write up a like a full like sideboard thing. It just takes a while, and I could have done it today, but I just left your email on my MTGO account and didn't bring it with me. So I will. I put it in my phone, so I'll email you tomorrow during work. And keep in mind too, if you're still here, that this is like really flowy. I don't really know that if this sideboard's good or not. I did like the Reef Shaman though. That was pretty good in that one matchup. Oh nice, we're about to go on. This hand seems pretty good against almost anything. Because we get to turn 1 Preordain, turn 2 Chancery, probably. This hand actually would almost be better on the draw, because it'd be really nice to know what he's playing. So if I preordain into an untapped land, I can know if I want to keep it. What does this guy play? Maybe I can look that up. I feel like I've seen his name. Corvo 111. TG Daily. Post? That's a lot, is it, Post? And 2013, so looks like he's still playing it. But maybe fairies? Okay. Man, the more I think about it, the more I think the card I'm going to take is Nightly Valor. That card just seems really good. That? That is another 5-drop. 5-drops are kind of bad. Just seems like there's times in this deck I really want to like put the pedal to the metal in this and just start beating face before they can like restabilize after I've done a bunch of crap to them. This just seems so good. Like, if I can flicker this just like one time. See if, no. Wonder when he'll show up. I mean, if he's playing Cloudpost, this is very good for me. Ooh, I'm gonna look myself up. Pauper daily. I want to know how much this costs, this deck. Someone asked. Oh. Uh, 2013 6 5. I guess I'll just do Pauper daily. Chancery. No. Done too well with other decks. Shaffer Waffle 5, Pauper daily. No, that does not help. Okay, whatever, he's here. So, okay. Going to Kybera Crossroads, probably, and Spreading Seas is Cloudpost. Actually, I'm going to ponder. And make sure I get that Reality Acid. Still going to Spreading Seas. I want both of these. I mean, I could try to Mold Drifter. It's not going to work, but try it. I do want to shuffle. That's not very interesting to me. Now I've applied a tiny bit of pressure to him. Maybe he'll have to do something. Okay, that's good. Not going to cast anything like that this turn. Sweet. Go ahead and mold. Oh, that was actually exactly what I was hoping you would do. Sure, you got me. Moldrift again. Wall. Could you possibly want? Fjord. Kind of want to get rid of the wall. Probably has a flicker somewhere. Kind of want to get rid of this more. Put on bottom, put on top. It is unfortunate that blue has counter spells, and that's kind of the one thing I'm actually the most concerned about at the moment, are counter spells. Sure, sure. could do the, no, I guess I shouldn't have, but I think we still are on the land destruction plan. Sure, racing. Sure. Dang, the one card that really bones me. Sure. By going to Fetters. Interesting play would be kill your own Mole Drifter. I think next turn is when I Mole Drifter. Oh, okay. Okay. Hmm. I think first thing I do is I ponder. Yeah, I want only one of those cards. No. Not even playing your own Mold Drifter? Pretty whack. Hmm. Well, I still think this is right, even though we can like triple block one. Fine, that works for me too. Got me. What a weird thing to condescend. I suppose maybe you were looking for something? It's got a group of cards. Another Mold Drifter. Okay. No land. Should have thought about that, actually. Because I could have permanently exiled the wall. Forgot all about capsize. Might as well waste his time. He's playing like the full old school version. Shoot, I should have blocked. Nice, that's good. That's really good. Uh, I know I could ponder, but I really, really, really want to make sure I can curse on 3. Sweet. Got it. I knew I wasn't playing around Condescend, but it's not like a huge blowout or anything. This momentary blink's like, okay. Nah. Ah, you got me. Yep. I just want creatures. Why is this so difficult to find them? So he's got 10 turns. Don't really like my odds at the moment. Maybe I sideboarded wrong. God, I hate Ghostly Flicker so much. Really couldn't care less about this. This land destruction plan. It's just like literally mole drifters. All I care about. Fine. Wow. I lose. What, prohibit? Flicker? Wow. I drew 2 castable creatures this entire game. And I'm halfway through my deck. Well, almost. I don't even know what this could possibly be. Nothing. Bummer. Alright guys, if anyone is still there, I am going to head out. Super bummer on the losses. Playing a Cloud Post deck every single round was kind of crappy. So have a good night, and I'll see you next time I stream.